What's up, legends? Welcome to the Democast. My name's Jack. Here with my co-host Alex. What's going on, man?
Man, just here for the second time round. Gonna change up the intro a little bit. I wanted to make sure that it was apparent that this is our second time filming it because Jack didn't press record the first time. So
I'm just checking now that the camera and the audio recorder are both recording currently.
Just want to point out as well, on the episode before this, we had to do a restart because he also didn't push record on that one. I would just like to take a minute. I'm going to put my phone down for this because it's not related to what's on it. I would like to take a minute to say that this now alleviates me of the time that I didn't record that whole day that you were writing and you did the 720 and I didn't film it.
That was
good. Can we have a draw now?
We call it truce on that one.
I fucking wanted this to happen so bad. Wrote some downhill on the weekend with stats as well, which was fucking dope.
It was so fucking
Loved it.
I'm just a bike park rat now.
Officially fuck everything with wheels that's not dual suspension and can yeet me down a hill. So good, man. So good. Loved it. Boomers was such a nice environment, dude. Yeah. So nice.
I said that a few times, like, compared to being at a dirt bike track that's just like so loud and exhausting to fucking be there.
You hear the fucking birds and stuff. Yeah.
Just tires and birds.
Lovely.
And us, which was...
Oh, that's probably a bit offensive. But like we hit some of the easy lines and they were still big and sendy, but like safe big and sendy, I guess.
Yeah. They were real... Like they weren't scary. Like they were real fun.
Yeah.
They were big enough that they were real fun, but not so big that it was... Yeah. I wasn't scared of any of it. It was sick.
Once I started to dial that suspension in, I was just ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, and that should have been evident that I nearly tried to do that massive drop at the end. I'll spill I didn't do that next time. But that's about all. Just kissed the microphone then.
That's cute.
That's about all that's happened really since the last episode. Sleeper's live now.
Yeah.
So get out, check that out. There is something in this episode that I want to put in that was in the last one that we missed that I need to make a mental note not to miss because it's hilarious. I'm just going to add it in. But the premise of this was I wanted to have a talk about how you took something from an idea, which was demo, which I also didn't mention last time. How do you took demo from this like little brainchild in your head to the entity that is now, to an actual profitable business now that stretches worldwide. Now you can technically say that as well, which is dope, both with companies and with like leading athletes within action sports. But like give us some like run, because I know you had the page sitting there for a bit, you had the idea sort of like manifested there for a bit, but how did you take that run out? And I've got a few questions throughout. I'll jump in.
So for some context, this is the Demolition Crew Instagram account.
Fuck, I did it again. I'm so sorry.
Well, we just refer to it as Demo.
Sorry.
But, so it was a bit weird when it kicked off. It kind of happened by...
I'm not going to drink from that again. I'm sorry. It's got 2 tea bags.
Fucking hell. So it kind of happened by accident, to be fair. Like I didn't really intend on starting a business. It pretty much just started because I got a camera and I wanted to like film myself at the skate park. I wanted to film my friends at the skate park. And it just felt a bit weird putting videos of other people on my Instagram account.
For sure.
So the whole purpose of it was that it gave me a place for these videos to live, and I could then invite my friends as a collaborator, and then they can basically just like have the video, but I've got a catalog of like all the cool shit that I get to make. And that was pretty much the whole premise behind why that account even exists.
So was it that you wanted to film, you just wanted to like grow your filming sort of?
Not even that I wanted to grow it necessarily, I just wanted a place to put it.
Yeah, right.
Whether it was a catalog just for myself, whether it was and yeah, that's all it was really, because I just didn't want to post like, I didn't want to turn my account into everybody else's account.
Yeah, you get a bit like Dr. Disrespecty on that if you start posting kids up on your own account for a bit there. That's wild. But you're pulling a mad face there. But no, like for sure, because I mean, there's definitely a separation there of like, this is for riding to your own shit. That would have been weird as fuck, hey? And like also keep your own personal as well. Like it's good that you share stuff on that of like you and your wife and so on from there.
Yeah, and like I guess also I'm starting to now within my business that is like Demolition Media as a business,
Yep.
Which has a few different branches, but I'm now starting to define, I guess, what the different branches are of what that Demolition Crew account is and what my account is and what the purpose of those accounts are on their own thing. And then we've got the podcast account as well.
That's right.
These are all like branches of the same tree, essentially.
Under this like media, I call it Media House. I know it's not its name, but like that's as we're referring, I call it Media House because it holds multiple different avenues through it, but all within the same realm of media. Touch on, you said you just got a camera and started filming. What was your first setup?
So I got it was a Sony ZV-E10. So they're like $1,000. They actually just released a new version of it the other day, which looks pretty cool. But yeah, it's just like it's a vlog camera basically.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, like I filmed so much stuff with that camera and always kind of took the approach of like, I wanted to like outskill the camera before I went and I didn't want to like level up gear like piece by piece.
Yeah.
Which to some degree I did, I guess, but like I didn't want to just go like, well, I got $1,000 camera and then I got a $2,000 camera and then I got a $3,000 and then just buying over and over and over again. I was like, I have a camera that is capable enough to do what I want to do, and how can I maximize my skill to the point where, and I don't think you'll ever outskill a camera. It's kind of like putting a fucking F1 driver in a Hyundai XL. Like they're still going to go faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be like someone who can't drive a car in an F1.
Yeah.
That was kind of my whole approach to it.
I think you see a lot of this. People think that the gear makes the quality, makes the the person good themselves. But like I've heard you reference people that shoot on just random things. I mean, I've seen some fucking shit pumped out on a phone before that's pretty like decent. But you could give me $1 million camera, I'll probably drop it. Won't know how to turn it on. But also, like, I will shoot like shit on it, you know, like because I don't understand the process of it. So, but 100% understand that, like wanting to reach the capabilities of it, and then to that point, because I remember, correct me if I'm wrong here, you were saying that like you wanted to start to shoot in a like 4K but have like more room to like cut and crop through 4K, which you started to run out of, but your abilities and what the stuff that you shot sort of went past that realm.
Yeah. And I guess that was kind of like a little bit of the upgrade path that I did take when I eventually did buy new camera gear. So I'm currently shooting on a A7S III, which is like pretty well known as kind of like, that's Sony's like king of video, basically, before you go into any cinema stuff. And then even still, like the next couple of like cinema level cameras that are above the camera I'm shooting with now, they still have the same sensor. They still have a lot of the same internals. Like it's pretty much Sony's king of video. So that kind of like upgrade path, it just was a better set of tools for me to do the job that I was trying to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily what made the videos better. But the thing that you mentioned with shooting in 4K was because I would go to events and I would have, I'd be shooting an event for a couple of different clients. Some clients would want vertical video, some clients would want horizontal video, and I want to shoot in slow-mo. So basically, if you shoot in 4K and you crop the center out of that, you get a full resolution Instagram clip. Where if you're shooting in 1080 and you crop the center out of it, you get a pile of dicks.
Yeah. Get something shot on an iPhone.
Yeah. So like probably like worse than iPhone, really. Like you just get shit resolution. So that was the big thing for me, is being able to shoot 4K slow-mo, because I like using slow-mo in my videos, but having that freedom to be able to shoot 4K horizontally. So if I have horizontal deliverables, I can just crop in a little bit on that and it's ready to roll. Or I can crop a vertical clip out of it and it's also ready to roll. I can kind of do both at the same time. People will argue that like you can't do both at the same time.
Fucking watch me.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Because like I can't, it's not practical to be like, oh, this rider's for this company, they want vertical, turn your fucking camera, shoot that clip. Or the next rider's for the other client, turn your camera the other fucking way. Like I just need to be able to shoot everything and then fucking sort it out later.
Yeah.
So I guess the argument usually is that if you're trying to shoot both at the same time, your horizontal clip will be too wide and your vertical clip will be too narrow. But if you just kind of like shoot it so that your vertical clip is like pretty good, then you can always crop in a little bit on your horizontal clip and it still works.
Keeps the clarity of it.
Yeah.
Did you notice that, and like this is something that I think is an assumption as well, is when you went from your first camera to your setup now, did you notice like an increase? Probably not your first, like not immediately, but like when you were set and like running with your first camera to you being set and running now, do you notice that there's like an engagement or a viewer difference with like the higher quality stuff, or?
No, not at all. So like with anything that I post on Instagram or TikTok or any of that stuff, I'm just going to use Instagram as a fucking blanket term, but the social medias. Yeah. There's literally no difference in engagement for me, whether it was shot on my old camera or whether it was shot on my new camera. The biggest thing for me and like why that upgrade path made sense was purely for like deliverables for clients. Like it just allowed me to do the job better for other clients and like being able to produce high quality work for them was more so why that upgrade happened. It really, in the scheme of things, the content that I'm posting on like either my personal account or on the demo account really doesn't make it hasn't made a lot of difference. Yeah. Yes, arguably, like some of that work that I'm posting on Instagram has, because it is of a higher quality, that has generated some more leads for me to then move into client work. So like it hasn't done nothing, but as far as like views to views goes, I probably get less views now because I fucking post less.
Do you think it could, or like negligible to the point of like your trajectory was already going that for the reach anyway, so you could put it down to that? There wasn't like a staple of I got a new camera, I have 10,000 new views on something.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. Right, because I've seen this from like ground to now essentially. And I see different parts of it. Obviously, I don't get to see the fun editing and like the like client negotiations, stuff like that. Any times that you've been like, fuck this, I'm out, I'm bailing on this. Like you thought either you thought you bombed to the point of like you couldn't progress it, or to the point where you just wanted to rage quit out of this shit.
Not like that severe. It's definitely like. It definitely gets hard, and I think that's just the case in any business or in any project that you undertake.
If it was easy, everyone would do it, hey?
Yeah, 100%. But there's like a little bit of that, like that S-curve that we talked about in fucking an episode recently of like the uninformed optimism, and then like that whole run. So, but the thing that I've found, and this is kind of something that I've had to learn to nurture a little bit, is that if I don't run in, whether it's in an edit, whether it's in like my camera operating, whether it's in any of that, usually if I fuck something up while I'm filming, I don't find out about it until I'm editing.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so like, but if it's like, well, how do I fix that next time so it doesn't show up in the edit, or how do I edit this in a different way or whatever. If I don't run into a spot where I am getting frustrated by it, like if it doesn't get hard, then I already knew how to do it, so I'm not learning anything. Yeah. So that's kind of something that I've had to kind of like learn and nurture and be like, I did it last night. I was like on the lounge. I was like, fuck this. Like, why is this so fucking hard? Like, why can I just not get this to work? Yep. And I had to like cool myself off and be like, because you're learning is why it's hard.
Yeah, man. Jesus.
So like, usually those moments where I do like have a bit of a freak out and I'm like, why is this so hard? And I guess it's like what you said, when I see other filmers post stuff on Instagram, I didn't see them argue with the edit either. I just saw them post it on Instagram. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
That's
cool
a
edit.
fine looking barbecue pit.
Fuck. If no one gets that analogy, or if you don't get that analogy, please type that into Google and then write Simpsons after it. Fucking hell, that's banging. Yeah, because that's right. We all just see the polished turd at the end. We don't get to see the shit at the beginning.
The argument that they had in the edit, or the white balance could have been fucked for the whole shoot, and they've spent hours fixing it. Like you just don't, you don't see it, and it's so easy to see the other people's finished product and be like, fuck, like why did it just seem so easy because all you see is the post.
Yeah.
But like,
you don't know how many times they've tried to get even just that shot, and like then you get a big sun glare or something, or the clouds will come over and just fucking ruin it and all sorts. Yeah, that's fair. On that, like, no, I don't. I feel like I was going to say some dumb shit. Then I'm going to move on and then reevaluate my dumb shit and come back to it. It's not gone, but because you specifically, you primarily stick to videos.
Yeah.
Is there, as someone that doesn't do either, is there a difference between like videos, photos? Is it like a transferable knowledge? Is one a fucking piece of shit? And which one is it? Talk shit.
Yeah. No, I feel like there definitely is like some transferable knowledge, because like if you
point and shoot.
Yeah. If you understand how to like set your exposure correctly and like do all that kind of shit, like understanding how to use a camera is obviously going to transfer better than having zero fucking knowledge about anything. But they are also like very different beasts, I feel like, where I'm not real good at photos. I can get away with photos like if I need to.
Yep.
But like it's not something that I offer to clients. I'm just like, no, I shoot video. Like that's...
Is it you just don't enjoy them, or you just couldn't be fucked to get amongst it?
I don't know what it is, to be honest. Like I've never been that interested in shooting photos, especially when it comes to like action sports and stuff. I feel like for me anyway, you get so much more...
You know what the fuck's happening in a video.
Out of a video. Where I guess I don't mind doing some like product photo and like trying to make some shit look cool.
Yeah.
And like that kind of stuff I'm pretty like chill with.
Yeah.
But trying to shoot like action sports stuff, I don't know. To me, it's just never really been that appealing.
Yeah.
I'd rather put together a video and have like a couple of tricks or a line or like, you know, you kind of see a bit of the emotion behind it or like any of those things, instead of it just being like, to me, it's just like a single frame.
Yeah. Do you think the artwork in the video is like trying to make the thing, like the continuity of prettiness across it? Yeah,
for sure. And like, there's definitely, like I'm not saying getting like a single frame, arguably that's fucking harder because you got to tell.
Oh, you only get one of them.
You're trying to tell like the whole fucking story of what's happening in a single frame, where I might have fucking a couple thousand frames to deal with. But to me, it's just always been more interesting. Just video in general has been more interesting. I've like grew up on fucking like skateboard and snowboard video parts. Like that's I grew up on that shit. It's just, I think that's the coolest stuff.
Do you think that it's like a talent or like to be able to get that, like make anything pretty type thing?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's just like,
do you think you have that talent?
I don't know about that.
How many likes on this video for you to make a thirst trap of a wheelie bin?
If we do 20 likes on YouTube.
I was like, on what? That easy. 20 likes on YouTube and you'll make a thirst trap video of a wheelie bin.
Yeah, I'll video my wheelie bin.
Red lid or yellow lid?
I don't have a red lid. I only got yellow or green.
Yellow. We'll go the recycling. Keep it eco-friendly. I'm going to push this so fucking hard for that part. Okay. Do you see that there's like sometimes it's a bit hard because people want to spread themselves across, like they want to be a photographer, they want to be a videographer, they want to be a sound guy, they want to
Well, I guess the thing that I kind of see a lot, and like I am a little bit sympathetic to the fact that like if you are running a business and it is your full-time gig, you
got to do some shit.
You just fucking need to make income.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely see like people, I think, try and shoot too many different styles of things. And just in my experience in business, like you can make money initially by like spreading yourself thin, and maybe you need to initially just be like, I need to get as much work as I can, but you don't really start making money until you specialize in something.
Yeah.
And I always use the example of like Vans shoes. Mm-hmm. They're not selling shoes to everyone.
Yeah.
They have a demographic.
Yeah.
And like as soon as you have the Vans shoes, that idea in your head, you have an image of the person who wears Vans shoes.
Yeah.
And like that.
Checking if that was you.
I have New Balance on.
But
yeah, there's like they've specialized. You know what I mean? They're not trying to be the everyman shoe.
Yeah, for sure. But we hit that same with Sleeper. We know that there's a lot of the market that it's not for you. It's we know who we want to cater to, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then they know that they want to, like, that they know that they want that product as well. Like, it's not, No, that's all right.
And I really think that's a big thing, that you need to be able to specialize. And part of that as well is that the customer also needs to be able to understand what you do.
Mm-hmm.
What are you offering?
Yeah.
Because if someone comes to you and goes, hey, what, like, after a video, like, what is this in the style of something that like you can do or whatever? Or if someone's just like shopping around for a videographer and they're like on Instagram, whatever, just like looking at videographers or whatever. If you can't show the client like, this is what I do, then like, how do they know whether they want to book you or not? Because they also don't know if the thing that they want is that something that you do.
Yeah.
Because if it's too fucking broad, then like what are you offering?
Yeah. Yeah, because if you want someone to film someone running down a hill, but like someone also just posts like that they do wedding photos and like stuff like that, like you're not sure, can they do that point? They might very well be capable of. Yeah. But
it's like, do you do weddings? And I feel like weddings is kind of one that like, I feel like a lot of like content creators almost like behind closed doors do weddings just because they make good money. But like,
which is fair, but like
fuck that stress.
Oh, absolutely not.
There's a fucking zero chance. But like if weddings is your thing, perfect.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like you need to have a very clear offer and be like, this is what I do and this is what I offer. Mm-hmm. And then like you will lose some clients, because there'll be some clients that like, if you just use me as an example, I'm like, I shoot action sports. And if someone is looking for a wedding videographer, they're not going to hit me up because that's not what I do. But I will be able to make so much more progress in the field that I want to make that progress in, because I've specialized.
Yeah.
And like the client needs to know what you're offering. Like, it can't be a secret what you're selling.
Yeah.
Like you
need to push what you're selling.
Yeah. And you need to remind people that like, this is what I do, and like, this is what I'm offering. This is my offer, essentially.
It's very rarely, in the line of business that I deal with, I see two like flaws in this. Is one, someone wants to hit every function and hit every, like, we will do everything. We'll get all our competitors. Now we're going to do it all in one, and you'll fail at every single fucking one of them. Just do one thing really good and then come out with a next version where you can now hit two things, because you already have that reoccurring engineering cost, which on my side, and that's what happens with it. And yours would be the same of like, right, like I already know how to do that. I've bought the transition packs. I've done with like the editing software. Now we can like move on to the next level of it. And that as a supplier, as the customer for most of like the business I deal with, I'm not out looking for the new. I don't know that the new thing is out. I don't know that you have the ability to be able to help me in that field.
Yeah.
If you don't fucking tell me. And multiple times I've had people reach out and be like, hey, we have this thing that, and because like I work in a very specialty line, be like, I have this thing that is specific for like robotic and engineering. I'm like, fucking cool. Now it's on my radar.
Yeah.
a lot of the time I want to work with certain brands, so I'll find a reason to use it as well. Like, so yeah, if you're not pushing it, I have no idea they exist. Yeah.
And that's and this is something that I'm definitely guilty of, and for some reason have had like this weird aversion to like telling people what I sell. And I'm not exactly sure like where this has come from, but like even with the like demo apparel that I've done, it's always been like I'll post like a story here and there, but I've never like really pushed
quiet,
it.
Hey.
And I don't know where that came from. Maybe that's just like a little bit of fear of failing, is that if I post heaps about it and no one buys it, then it's because it's shit.
But no one will buy it if you don't post heaps about it.
But if I don't post heaps about it and then I sell a few, I'm like, oh yeah, but like I sold a few without even really trying. Like imagine if I did try.
Yeah, I see.
But it's like you can't sell stuff to people if it's a secret. So like that offer has to be so clear.
As one of the wrap up questions, so it's been a long journey. How long has it been going for now?
It'll be 2 years in September.
Hectic. So from this, like from the journey from start to finish, has there been any like companies, people, or anything that like you've had to lean on and like happy? Oh, apart from me, of course. There was a little chat before this that I had to drop that in. But it being seriously though, is there like who's your shout out for, like, you know, were there brands that had you back the whole way through and you were like, thank fuck they were there to like support me on this, or like were there like like clients, anything? Who's your
so I guess like on more of a personal level, like Katie, my wife, has been like,
for sure.
She's always kind of like been the one that like when I do have those freakouts, I'm like, why the fuck is this so hard? And like even if it's simple as like she'll be like, well, why isn't it working? And then I'll like explain to her why it doesn't work, and then she'll be like, well, that's why it doesn't work then. Yeah. But I think probably like the biggest turning point for me when it became like more of a business and less of me just like posting videos of my friends on Instagram. We had a competition here on the Gold Coast. I think it was called Urban Sports Fest.
Oh yeah, and it was outdoor one.
Yeah. It was at the outdoor Oz Cycling Park. It was essentially like a feast event. I think for some reason it couldn't have the official like feast title on it because it was like the park existed for some fucking reason. But anyway, I pretty much just fucking like sent it at that thing and was just like, I saw it pop up and I just emailed them and was like, hey, can I come and film? And they were like, oh yeah, you're a freelance journalist or like you working for someone? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm a journalist. Yeah.
Look at my credentials. Just crayon and a bit of paper.
Journalist.
Yeah. And $20 stapled to it.
But like from that, I guess that was like my first opportunity to film like a whole bunch of pro riders. And like the strategy remained the same with that, where like when I was inviting my friends to collaborate on these videos just so they could have the videos, essentially, like I just did exactly the same thing when I was filming all these pro riders at this event. And I had a bunch of them accept it. And then I made sure in those videos as well that I tagged all of the riders' sponsors.
I think that's a really smart move that you do as well.
Yeah. So like that was basically the strategy, is like, film a sick fucking clip, invite the rider as a collaborator, tag all of their sponsors.
Yeah.
And then like the first one that I picked up was like Hyperbikes. And yeah, that was kind of like that turning point a little bit where I actually started to get some like paid work, and it steered away from just being like this fun little thing that I was doing and like into something that was actually making me money.
Yeah.
But it was kind of always something that I just like wanted to do anyway. Like I get free entry into these events that like I would want to fucking go to anyway. I get like the best fucking seats in the house because most of the time I'm on the course. So like it's just shit that I think would be really cool and fun to do anyway. It does change the dynamic a little bit when there is people paying you and there is expectations and there are deliverables that you have to hit.
Yeah.
Where it's not just like, I'll just film whatever and then whatever clips come out good, I'll use those. It's like, well, you actually you have to get good clips of these specific
Yeah.
athletes.
That's the nature of the beast, but you can either be there for fun or you can be there for work. Like, yeah.
And I still enjoy it, but like it does change that dynamic a little bit where there is a little bit more pressure. It's not just like, oh, that didn't work out. Like, oh, fuck, I didn't get any clips of that guy. Like, because if that's the guy, you have to be fucking filming.
I've fucking trekked up a mountain with you just because we missed one come down. And we're like, nope, going back up to get him. Yeah, fuck me. But like, it is what it is, man. Yeah. That's where like you're there to do a fucking job. Yeah, that's sweet, man. It's been a fun little like trickle on from it. If you don't have anything to add, I do have like just a quick fire 3 straight to jails for videography. Feel free to flame cunts and just stand out and be horrible.
Straight to jails in the sense of like sandals and socks, or like just shit that you like shouldn't do.
I mean, sandals and socks pretty much. Be yourself with it.
Right.
Sandals and socks, that shit. Also, just a quick disclaimer. If you disagree with any of Jack's stuff, feel free to reach out. Go for it. I'm going to drink some tea whilst you flame cunts.
3 don'ts.
Filming on an Android.
yeah, just having an Android.
Fuck you.
Fucking hell. No, I think that concept of like I guess spreading yourself too thin and not having like a solid offer.
Yeah,
I think that's a pretty big.
Straight to jail. I think that's I feel like from my experience of that, it's been a lot of like lack of confidence in. Yeah,
I think so, and it's just that lack of confidence in like, because like it's scary to, like shrink your fucking potential clients. You know what I mean?
Shrink your potential earnings.
Yeah. To be like, I was like, I'm going to shoot everything. Well, then it's like, so now everyone's a potential client. Or if you go, I'm going to shoot mountain bike events. Now mountain bike companies are your potential clients, and there's not heaps of them, and like it's a small industry.
Yeah, very much so.
But like, I think to some degree you need to like niche down on your thing to get it to a good point. I don't know.
That's fair. You want me to add a straight to jail for someone that has zero to do with the industry?
Yeah.
Gimbals. Straight to fucking jail.
Gimbals have a time and a place. They're not real good for
in
action
the
sport.
bin. Sorry.
They're not unusable. There is some things that they're good for in action sports, but like for the most part.
Yeah. If you're an athlete and you want the face tracking gimbal, go for it. Go, finish us up here.
Fuck, I don't know if I have another good one. These are not straight to jail offences. These are just things that...
this is us just talking shit now. Yeah.
I think there's a bit of a... Fuck, why? Words are...
They're tough.
They're tough tonight.
English is a weird language.
It is. There is a bit of a... fuck, why? I can't think of the word that I'm thinking of.
Well, guys, thanks for joining.
There's I've lost it.
All right, I enjoy when we do this. What is the round, like what's the genre of word you want?
There's a draw. There's something draws people into basing their fucking self-worth off of Instagram followers.
There is a draw of something.
That's the sentence I'm trying to say. I don't know what the other word I was looking for is. Okay. I've lost it. But yeah, there is something that draws people into basing their self-worth on Instagram followers. Mm-hmm. Which, first of all, is fucking stupid. Second of all, if your goal is to book clients, the clients don't give a fuck about whether you have followers or not.
For sure.
They give a fuck about whether your work looks good and if you're good to deal with.
Yeah.
So, like, if they stumble across your account and you're posting fucking bangers, but you've got 400 followers, they're going to be like, well, this motherfucker makes bangers.
Yeah.
he can make bangers for us and we can post it on our account with fucking 80,000 followers and it'll do well. Like it doesn't.
Brands have their own followers. They don't need yours.
Yeah, they don't need your followers.
Yeah,
like
very much so.
But they might need your skills.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's generally why they're reaching out for it. They're not reaching out for you to film a video so you can have your 400 people follow them.
Yeah.
Not at all. Because generally the people that follow that brand like the thing they sell. The people that follow the videographer might just be their fucking mates.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck about the thing they sell.
Yeah. Yeah, or they might just be into video. Or
Yeah,
they might be like
They
they
might
might
be-
not give a fuck about mountain bikes. They might just think video. Like,
Some random person trying to sell their OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I've had an influx of those lately. Fuck out of here.
yeah.
But no, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's a big one. That's
Straight to jail.
yeah, straight to jail. Don't do that. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Like it's not worth the time and energy you will put into worrying about how many followers you have is much better spent actually making things.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like the followers, if you make cool shit, the followers will come.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to fucking
Yeah, let the metric of followers be, are you succeeding in growing yourself, not are you a decent human or not? Because I know heaps of people that have millions of followers and are fucking gross guys.
Yeah. The followers are a symptom of you doing well, not the cause of you doing well.
Beautiful.
On that note,
We're going to book some guests soon.
Yeah.
So if there is anyone that has something interesting,
or
reach
you
out,
know
talk
someone
to me.
that has something interesting to talk
Tell
about.
us, yeah. And definitely reach out. So that's going to start happening. We have a guest on next week, providing he can get a haircut. Fuck him.
Yeah.
What a goose. Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
I can't wait to drop him on him. But yeah, no, appreciate doing the podcast for a second time.
Yeah.
Is it still recording?
It is still recording
Hell yeah.
on the camera and the audio recorder.
Definitely give us a like and share on this. It helps a lot. We do enjoy. I will give one free cuddle to every person that goes and likes the YouTube. We only need 20 of yous. I would appreciate that. We just the hard part is going to make sure that you orchestrate this dropping and the YouTube dropping at the same time, so we don't lose that continuity. Yeah.
I had a fucking, this is so unrelated to everything,
go
but
for
I
it.
had a fucking nightmare of a week last week I uploaded the audio to Spotify and then like the YouTube video takes a little while to upload. So I'd like hit upload, went to bed. I thought I'd change the settings on my laptop so it wouldn't go to sleep. And then went to bed, came down in the morning, was like, sweet, that should be uploaded now. It was at like 10%. I was like, fuck, bitch. So then like on my lunch break, just like had my laptop fucking sitting there on my lunch break trying to like get it to upload it, uploaded like fuck all. Same thing like that. And I was like, fuck, I need to get this video up. And it took me like all week basically because I just kept doing that.
It was a good episode too. I enjoyed that.
Anyway.
Right, sweet. We'll get this one out in a but yeah, Sleepers Out. Definitely go give that a check.
Yeah.
Share, like,
By the
comment.
time this is out, we'll be posting mad things on Sleeper.
I
So
fucking hate that you said that. And this shit. Love yous. Goodbye.
see ya.